The life of an actor may seem glamorous, but there is a lot of hard work and emotional toil that goes into each and every role. See how movies like Terminator, It, and Star Wars have completely changed actors, forcing some to retire and some to never live the same again. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new Screen Rant content.
Thanks to the generous help of the United States government, we are about to be involved in the greatest real estate swindle of all time.
Gene Hackman. As a legendary actor known for roles in films like Unforgiven and Superman, Gene Hackman let his age get the best of him. Despite still being at the top of his game, Hackman felt he was too old to act anymore and became bitter about younger performers on set. The feelings began with the Royal Tenenbaums and reached a head in the Ray Romano comedy entitled Welcome to Mooseport. The forgettable film, Welcome to Mooseport, which will only be remembered as Hackman's final role, was released back in 2004. The actor didn't even show up for the premiere of the film. He's turned down every role since and focused on novel writing.
If you don't do exactly what I tell you, or if you give me any kind of a problem at all, I'm going to look over at my partner and he's going to shoot your Mr. Gwendon between the eyes.
George Clooney. George Clooney has charm, charisma, and is one of the biggest A-listers in Hollywood, but a role in the film Syriana nearly forced the star to commit suicide. A terrible head injury on the set of the film sent the actor to the hospital for days. He was bedridden, in extreme pain, and had fluid leaking from his spine. The prescribed pain meds made Clooney feel even worse, and after healing, he was very clear-minded about how the drugs impacted his body and the importance of living a safe and clean life. The biggest positive from the experience was the Academy Award he nabbed for that film.
What do you want to talk about?
I can't really remember.
Shelley Duvall. If you thought watching The Shining was intense, imagine acting in it. Jack Nicholson's character may have been going crazy in the film, but Shelley Duvall felt insane as she was put through months of torture just to film her scenes. Director Stanley Kubrick was relentless in the treatment of her and pushed her beyond her limits to get the performance out of her. Hair was falling out and she needed therapy, but she got the job done. Years later, a Dr. Phil interview showcased how far Duvall has fallen since playing the emotionally draining and iconic role.
I should get going now.
Without you both, you don't want to lose it, Georgie. Bill's gonna kill you.
Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård got the role of a lifetime by playing Pennywise the Clown in the horror adaptation of It. Pennywise clearly took on a life of his own. Not only did the clown conjure up millions of dollars of ticket sales, but Skarsgård was emotionally scarred from the makeup he played under during filming. Months after It completed production, Skarsgård still suffered from nightmares featuring Pennywise. The clown would haunt him in numerous ways, and in some cases he would be dressed as Pennywise while another form of the clown tortured him. Freddy Krueger may have some competition after those horrific dreams.
Get this straight, Meatball. I don't work for tones.
Bob Hoskins. In today's acting world, the use of green screens, motion capture suits, and stand-ins is all too common. For Bob Hoskins' iconic role in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the whole process was unprecedented. For nearly 8 months, Hoskins had to act alongside nothing, just voices projected at him. In the years following the film, he would constantly talk to himself and hear those cartoon voices in his head. He was forced to take a break from making films for a few years, but not long enough to stop him from making the horrendous Super Mario Bros. Film adaptation.
He hasn't seen me. I can cure your husband, but I need total trust.
Colin Firth. For some film roles, you have to learn and master character traits so they look realistic on screen. With some actors, this means getting buff and in shape. For actors like Colin Firth, it meant learning a stutter to portray royalty in The King's Speech. The role received acclaim for Firth, but he also kept the stutter for several months after production ended. Even during promotions for the film, you can hear Firth stutter as he tries to speak and get through everyday conversation. A few roles later, and the talented actor was able to shake the stutter off, but it probably comes back to him every now and then.
Watching John with the machine, it was suddenly so clear. The Terminator would never stop.
Linda Hamilton. In a film like The Terminator 2 Judgment Day, you are bound to be around explosions, gunfire, and all kinds of other loud noises. Now imagine all of those noises inside a small area like an elevator. Then imagine you forget to put the earplugs in your ears and you've exposed your precious eardrums to the extremely loud shots blasted by Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is exactly what happened to star Linda Hamilton, and the results weren't pretty. The simple mistake of forgetting her earplugs led to permanent hearing damage, and she still suffers from from it today.
I know why you're afraid to go out at night. The Batman.
Heath Ledger. Getting into the mind of a psychopath is no easy task, but Heath Ledger went all in for his iconic role as the Joker in The Dark Knight back in 2008. The role led to sleepless nights, insomnia, and a whole lot of anxiety for the actor. Ultimately, after filming wrapped on The Dark Knight, Ledger was prescribed some pain medications and sleep pills which mixed to form a fatal dose and caused him to die in his sleep. The dedication to his role was honored with a Best Supporting Actor Oscar at the Academy Awards.
Be safe.
I will not. I promise.
Jake Lloyd. A role in Star Wars can be both a blessing and a curse. For years, you'll be known as your iconic character and may have trouble landing other roles. In the case of Jake Lloyd, the young actor completely ended his whole film career after appearing in the Star Wars prequel, The Phantom Menace. After playing a young Anakin Skywalker on the big screen, Lloyd ended up being bullied off-screen by other kids. As the reputation of the film tanked, the teasing of Lloyd only increased, and the actor quit Hollywood altogether. At least he didn't have to play Jar Jar.
I'm cold and hungry and wet and tired and short-tempered. So get on with it.
John Wayne. John Wayne starred in over 170 films, performed his own stunts, and is still beloved today by fans all over the world. His career could have gone on much longer if it wasn't for his stomach cancer, a cancer many people pinpoint to his role in the 1956 film The Conqueror. It wasn't the physical work of the movie that took its toll on Wayne, it was the filming location. Less than 200 miles from a United States nuclear testing site in Utah, the whole production and crew were exposed to nuclear radiation on a daily basis. More than half of the whole movie crew was diagnosed with cancer in the years following production, and it was something that could have easily been prevented.
I fear you will have to deal with this matter in the harshest possible way.
And there you have it. What story shocked you the most? Which roles were worth it for the actors? What did we miss? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. Have a good one.